What's up, boys? Today we're going to be talking about how you wish people to see you. I recently watched Ryan Trahan's video about how he's going to all the 50 Airbnbs in the US, and he left and he had his wife record, and his wife was basically talking about him, and the thing that she said was, gosh, I'm starting to realize now how hard Ryan really works. And that hit the spot for me. I almost started crying. I was like, what the hell? That's so crazy and deep, because I want people to think of me like that so bad, and that's really what it takes for you to do. You really have to work hard and not care if anyone notices, and just kind of wait for people to notice, because you can't, because people won't think that you work hard if you're telling them. They have to see it for themselves, because you can't really convince people of anything if they're just observing or hearing it from you. They have to be observing, and they have to make their own opinion, just like anything in the world. Politics, frickin' things that people like, nobody really trusts people's word and gives it an honest and fair shot unless it's their own word that they're listening to. They don't really you're not going to trust somebody as much as you trust yourself, which can be a bad thing, but also maybe at times it's also a good thing. But I was just kind of reflecting on that, and I was like, yo, I gotta talk about this. And now I'm filming this video in a different way. I'm doing the voiceover after I play the game, so maybe it's gonna be a little easier to keep talking and keep my thoughts in order. And I kind of have some notes on what I'm gonna talk about, but I didn't make too many. I spent like 2 minutes thinking of things to talk about, so hopefully it just kind of flows and keeps going. But also, look at this, we got a new game. We're playing Doom Eternal. I wanted to get some clips for this game so that I can use it in my Doom the Dark Ages video that I'm going to make. I still have to make a script for that. It's been a while on the main channel since I posted. I wanted to post every 3 to 4 days, but now it's been like 6 days, so I'm getting a little stressed out. I think I want to record it tonight, but I might be doing things with friends tonight, because it's, you know what I'm saying, it's Saturday, boys. So, you know what I'm saying, yeah, I know what I'm saying. But yeah, I was basically just going to kind of translate that into how do you guys want people to see you, and what are you going to do to make people understand what you're doing so that they have good things to say about you. And is it even about having people say good things about you? Because no, it's really not, but also it just feels really good to be seen, and so that people know that you're working hard and stuff like that. So I honestly respect it either way, and that kind of ties into, do you do things for, is there ever a truly selfish act, or is everything selfish? Because you do a non-selfish act because you feel good, so you feel good, so it's selfish. That's kind of a big philosophy question, I think, is that if there's a truly non-selfish act. But also, just think about it, in the future, are you guys going to work so hard that you have your wife, your spouse, or whatever, I don't know, your kids, your homeboys all look at you like, damn, that guy works hard as hell, we gotta be like him? Because that's kind of how I try to live now, and I like when people it's the best thing when people notice that you're working hard. So then I kind of try and just work hard for people to notice it, but also it's also for myself. So I can't just say that it's only for other people when it's also for myself. I may do all these things, but in the end, I love myself, man. I like looking good and feeling good, and I think that I care a lot about what other people think, but not in certain areas. I didn't care in high school that people knew I had a YouTube channel. I didn't care in college that people knew I had a YouTube channel. I would tell people to subscribe. I had no shame in it. I let everybody know that lived on my floor that I had a YouTube channel, bro. I did not care. And that's what some of my homeboys loved about me, and I appreciated that they kind of noticed it and just, I don't know, respected it or had fun with it. I don't care if you joked about it or nothing. I was just having a good time, man. If you joked about it and subscribed, I got a subscriber. I don't give no fucks. But yeah, the only time it ever gets embarrassing is when, I don't know, you just know somebody might be making fun of it, and it's somebody you don't fuck with. So yeah, that's the only time it might really get embarrassing, but I really don't care anyways. It's I like doing this, and it's whatever. So I don't really take no hard feelings toward anyone making fun, but nobody really makes fun that I know about. But anyways, so what does it take to get this good image of yourself, and is it what you should really be kind of putting your mind to? First of all, I think that you shouldn't be putting your mind to what other people think. You should be just worrying about yourself and doing you and not caring what other people think. But when you get like these compliments from other people, I think it comes from you doing what you want to do and not caring what other people think. If it's like a good thing, if doing what you want to do is harassing people and not caring what people think, that yeah, that's a totally different story. Like don't do that. But if doing what you do is just something goofy, and then it's good to not care what other people think, and then people will be like, wow, this guy works hard at this stuff. But like also something else I kind of like is like doing a bunch of homework and then like friends being like, damn, you doing homework all the time. One of the greatest compliments I got from my buddy is like, I asked him, do I kind of just disappear sometimes and like don't pull up when I'm doing homework? He's like, yeah, dude, sometimes you just gone for like 10 hours, and I'm like, where are you? And you come back and you just say you're doing homework. I'm like, what the hell? How much homework do you have? That made me feel so good, because that's kind of the persona I was kind of putting on, like being mysterious and just leaving to go do homework and not coming back till like 10 p.m. It's so cool, dude, and I love that. But yeah, so what it takes is just kind of being consistent within yourself and not worrying about what other people are like saying or thinking or doing. You just gotta do it for yourself, and then people will notice. But that creates kind of a psychological inconsistency, because are you doing it for yourself, or are you doing it for yourself so that eventually other people will notice? What's the true purpose here? So yeah, that's kind of a tough question that I don't really have the answer to. So my buddy's grandpa is a psychologist at a professor, and I asked him, and I was like, so what's the biggest question in psychology or philosophy, maybe? I think it was philosophy, not psychology. What's the biggest question in philosophy? And he was like, why? And I was like, just because I wanted to know. I don't know. I don't know what do you mean why? And he was like, exactly, right there. I was like, oh my god, the biggest question is why. And it blew my freaking mind, dude. It was so awesome. That was some good stuff. That's how you know a dude's pretty smart, when they can get you on something like that. Like, I like to think I'm smart, but I got. He got my ass. So, yeah. So, is it true that kind of putting this persona out there is going to make yourself feel better about yourself? I don't know. It's always about what you think about yourself. That's going to be how you truly feel. But always knowing what other people think about you is a way to make yourself feel better. Just like in my Dark Souls video, I talked about how Dark Souls is related to the self-efficacy. I learned that from another YouTube video. Can you trust these YouTube videos? I don't know. I trust them. Dudes seem legit. But yeah, just like Dark Souls can make your self-efficacy better, maybe other people's opinions will make you feel better about yourself, even though that's not how you want it to work. But it's just kind of the truth. That's how it does work, because humans naturally are gonna care what other people think, and people that say they don't care what other people think are probably just lying, unless you can really get into somebody's head and find out that they actually literally don't care what other people think, which is impossible to find out. I think you can't ever tell if somebody's really lying about something like that. Just like a lot of other situations where people are lying, you can't really tell that they're lying, or like ChatGPT lying. It's just too smart. You can't tell that it's lying. Some of that stuff is crazy, and I like to get into that stuff, but AI is definitely pretty scary. I was listening to a podcast, they talk a lot about AI, and they're like, if you aren't scared of AI, you're not smart. I was like, damn. The other day, my dad was talking to an AI lawyer on the internet, and he didn't realize it was AI. I was like, oh my god, bro, how are you not realizing that this is AI right here? Like, come on, bro. So then I brought him on ChatGPT to ask these questions, because I was like, this is probably a little bit safer of a area to ask these questions rather than this random website that's acting like a lawyer. But I see how it really gets people now. Like, it honestly gets people, and they think they're talking to a real person. I was like, no way people like this actually exist, but it's literally right in front of my eyes that it's happening. So that's kind of crazy. Talking over these videos definitely feels a little bit longer than when I'm playing and talking, because the time kind of passes quicker in that. But I think that we're doing a pretty good job. Like, I've been talking for this 9 minutes straight now, and it's not like I've really ran out of too many ideas. And it's kind of tough now because I've made... Dude, we're on 2 weeks and 1 day. We're on day 15. We passed the 2-week mark. of making these videos in a row. Isn't that freaking crazy, bro? Like we're going off. Oh, I love that sword of Doom Eternal. I wonder when I'm gonna get it. It's so sick. I love the artwork. The Doom Eternal is definitely a lot different than Doom the Dark Ages. It feels so much different, and it's like I want to block, but I can't block, and it's really kind of pisses me off. And then you got to keep moving, and I think it's definitely harder than Doom the Dark Ages, because Doom Dark Ages you can just parry and make your way through it and use one weapon. But it seems like you run out of ammo way faster in Eternal. But yeah, boys, let me know what you guys think of this video, this format, this art style, this direction that I went in here, and let me know what games you want to see more of. Let me know if you think Eternal was a good pick, and just give me some feedback in the comments. Comment, guys. I really do not get much comments on these videos, probably because most people don't really make it this far in the video. My average view duration is like 40 seconds. So yeah, boys, I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya, boys.